Hey guys, Stanley King here with Remax Unlimited in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm a broker salesman, and today I'm going to talk about buying a home. Last video I talked about first-time home buyers. Today I'd like to discuss what in 20 years I really put together in purchasing a home. I want to share my wisdom with you. So first off, find a location that you love. You need to live where you love it. Don't buy somewhere where you don't love it just because of the price, because you'll want to move soon. Second, figure out your budget. Get together with a lender or look how much money you have. Maybe you pull your money out of your 401k to buy the home. Maybe you have cash. Maybe you're doing a 1031 exchange. I don't know. But figure out your budget and stick with your budget. Maybe stretch a little bit if you find a house you love, but and then also figure out, do I want a 2 bedroom, a 3 bedroom, four, so on. Do I want a garage? No garage. Do I want a 3 car garage? Do I need to have a shop? These are things you have to think about because once you're in a house, there's certain things about a house that are pretty tough to change. And to do an extensive remodel and add a second story or whatever, maybe you want to do that, but it can take time and cost a lot of money. So figure out what type of a house you would like. Pool, no pool. That's a big deal here in Las Vegas. It gets super hot in the summer. Everybody I know who's happy here has a pool. It's 115 degrees outside. You're like, man, I got to get in the pool. Again, you're at the top of the Rockies. Maybe you want a jacuzzi and no pool. I could see that as well. All right, so I'm going to go over the different kinds of sellers of homes so that you as a buyer can really talk to your agent about what type of home you want to buy. This will save you a lot of running around looking at houses. It'll give your agent a sense of what you need, and you can really hone in and get the house that you would like. So, three types of home sellers that I've found over the years. There's home sellers who set their price, they have an awesome home, awesome location. Place is just beautiful, move in ready, immaculate. They set their price, and that's the price. It's like certain cars, you're not going to get a discount. Or if you go to a nice restaurant, they're not going to give you a discount, they're not going to run a promo. It is what it is. The second type of home seller is what I call a traditional home seller. These are the folks who they have a house, maybe they got a job transfer, maybe they had another kid, they need a bigger house, maybe the kids are gone, they're downsizing, they're moving because their house just doesn't fit them anymore and their life has changed. And then the last type of home seller is what I call the distressed home seller. And when I say distress, I mean they have maybe they're going through a bankruptcy, maybe a horrible divorce, maybe something where they can't afford the taxes, they lost their job, maybe, I don't know, I've seen people have to sell their house because they had to pay a legal bill for a loved one who was going to prison. And it's just I don't judge anybody on what their deal is, but those are tough sales, and sometimes people go through tough times. Now, I bring up these different kinds of properties because you need to think, what type of property do I want to buy? Do I want to buy a turnkey, beautiful house on the hill with the view, I don't know, in the middle of the city with the corner and I can see everything? It's just perfect, fully upgraded, comes with all the furniture. The person says it's whatever, uh, $600,000 or 6 million or 20 million, whatever it is. And that's the price. And if you can pay the price, you can have the property. Otherwise, that person, they don't need to sell it. They don't even care. For them, it's something that they love, and if you want it, you can get it for that price. So think about that. If that's something that you let's say you have the cash for that, or you have a loan pre-approval, and you know what your budget is, and you see one of those homes, if you want to go for one of those, that's totally up to you. Some people say, why did you overpay for that? You're like, because it's incredible. So again, some people want the best and they get it and they pay the price, and other people, most people try to be more frugal and save money and get something that they feel is a good value. So the second type of the seller, the traditional seller, that type of home, again, that's somebody, maybe, they got married, maybe, whatever, they're going to a different place in their life. That home may not be perfect. That home might be perfect for you, and it might need a little work, it might not. Sometimes you'll see those and they're priced, you say, at market price. That's what a buyer is willing to pay. That's what the appraiser from the bank says the property's worth. And that's what the seller is willing to take. Sometimes if a property doesn't sell in that segment, you'll see the seller stair step their price down from 500,000 to 475 to 450 to 425 on something, whatever. That's just an example. But that's the type of seller who they're going to sell, but they're okay taking a little bit of a discount on their property. And that seems to be the bulk of homes that people buy. Now, if you want to make money on a property, distressed homes are the place to buy. Now, you have to deal with the sad story. Maybe their dog passed away in the house, maybe their grandmother passed away in the house, whatever it is. They're out of money, they have to move into an apartment, they're losing their house, their life is just, it's just sad. But if you can go buy a distressed home, a lot of times they're discounted because the person has to get out now. They have to go somewhere else, do something else, pay for something else. They need to be out of that house in 1 week or 30 days maximum, whatever it is, and they're willing to take usually a pretty steep discount on their property. So let's say, for example, this is what I was saying in the first time home buyer video. But let's say a neighborhood, let's say all the houses are 2,500 square feet and they're all $700,000. I don't know where you are in the country. Sometimes they're 200,000, sometimes they're $1 million, whatever it is. But let's just say they're all the same price. We'll just say $500,000. And somebody has, they go through a bankruptcy, the court says they have to sell their house, whatever it is, and they put it up for sale for $400,000. It's a little beat up. Maybe the yard doesn't look so great. Maybe it hasn't been painted in a while. The house has just been neglected. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. Maybe it's move-in ready. But regardless, boom, you make that offer, you get that deal, you close on that house for $400,000. Fix it up, clean it up, do whatever. Put the $5,000 of work into it. Put a little sweat equity into it. Sweat equity is, when you paint your own walls, that kind of stuff. Buy that house, and if every other house in the neighborhood's worth 500, all of a sudden you just made $100,000. So that's a great way to buy a house if you're looking to make money on it. So those are the three types of sellers that you're going to encounter as a buyer. So again, figure out how much you can afford. Get with a lender, or look at your 401k you're going to borrow against, or look at your bank account, whatever it is, whatever you're comfortable with buying, set that budget. Find the location you want, the neighborhood you want, whatever, the school zone you want, the city you want. Maybe it's a countryside location. You want to be on the lake. You don't want to be across the street. You want to be on the lake. Then you set your perimeter up and you say, this is where I'm going to be. Be there because it makes you happy. Figure out the configuration of the home you want, and then really think about what I just said about the different types of sellers. Because when you speak with your realtor, let them know, I'm only looking for distressed properties. I'm only looking for a distressed property with a pool and 3 bedrooms. Give the realtor something to work with so they can do an effective search for you. And maybe that house doesn't come up right away. Maybe it takes a month or 2 before it pops up. Maybe it takes 2 years. If you have time, sometimes that's worth it. Sometimes a house that's worth $2 million comes up for $800,000 just because life happens. And again, if you want a traditional home, or you want that home, you don't care what the price is, you just want it because it's incredible. It's the mansion that you've always dreamed of buying, whatever. Or maybe it's an apartment. in downtown Chicago or New York or I don't know, or Miami, right on the water. If you want to pay the price, pay it. Let your realtor know though. Say, look, I'm willing to pay the price. I want awesome. Or let your realtor know, I'm not willing to pay more than X. I want a distressed property. Make you very highly effective as a buyer, being in the location you want, getting what you want. It'll make the real estate transaction satisfactory for you. Not just satisfactory, but you'll be happy with your purchase. And in a few years, if you do it right, you'll make a bunch of money on the place too. All right, if you have any questions, call me. Again, Stanley King. I'm with Remax Unlimited here in Las Vegas, Nevada. My number is 702-408-6220. Again, 702-408-6220. And if you need a referral in your city for a fantastic realtor, call me or text me, or you can email me at stanleyking@yahoo.com. stanleyking@yahoo.com. There's no dots, no dashes, and it's Ley. All right, and I'll be happy to connect you with a fantastic realtor who is a pro, an expert, somebody who is highly effective. That's what you need. There's a lot of realtors out there that are not super well trained. There are realtors though that are life-changing. All right, well, I hope this video changes your life. I look forward to speaking with you, and if I don't speak with you, I hope your real estate transaction goes great, and I hope you enjoy your home buying experience. Take it easy.